Well, crypto holders, welcome to another day in the markets. A lot of fun we're having right now. Nice correction over the weekend. Getting a few people worried about their portfolios. Want to discuss this correction with you, kind of what's going on here, what we're looking at in the markets right now. It's kind of crazy to see Bitcoin having this sell off, Ethereum having to sell most altcoins, everything except Solana, which just keeps on blasting higher. We'll be diving into that, but there's something very, very worrying going on. It really started over the weekend with the Book of Meme, which started off a new dangerous trend in crypto where people are literally sending millions of dollars to people just posting Solana addresses on Twitter right now. What's going on, guys? Crazy meme coin degeneracy, lots of course, profit potential, which is what people are chasing after, but lots of danger as well. It's even breaking Solana a little bit. So we're going to be discussing that very thing. Some other altcoin news here for you as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. And of course, thanks to CoinLedger for sponsoring today's episode. More on that in a minute. Shout out as well to everybody in the chat. I see you guys. What is up? What is up? Hold on to those burning questions. We'll be answering them second half of the stream. We'll blast through the news first. Give you guys some perspective on what is going on right now in the freaking markets. That's not where I need to share my screen. Where's my screen at? Okay, hold on a second. I thought I shared my screen. Let's share the screen real quick, Lark. Come on. There we go. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. So Bitcoin went down 12% over the weekend. Terror, panic fills the crypto space. This was to be expected. Now, look, I know one indicator is not perfect. Man, the MACD can have some pretty good indication on where markets are heading for, without a doubt. But really, you try to read the river, so to speak, and look at the social sentiment, everything that's going on right now. And this meme coin degeneracy we're seeing right now is definitely problematic, let's say. And I know people are making money. We're actually running an experiment portfolio right now. It's very, very interesting. Not the 10K to 100K challenge like we're doing for the newsletter, but this is actually an experiment portfolio just for like gambling on meme coins. Investing in meme coins, guys. Anyway, we're going to post the video results for that for you guys here pretty soon. But man, it's wild. It's wild. I don't know what's going on with these crazy things. It's nuts, man. Regardless, we do have a correction coming in the market here, which is going to be normal. Again, we're going to have multiple corrections. Nothing goes up forever. And if you're getting freaked out every time the price pulls back by 12%, you're not going to make it in this market. Look, here's some additional perspective for you to get back down to the 50-day EMA, and there will be multiple retests of the 50-day EMA during this bull market cycle. That's a 20% correction and get us back to around $59,000, which could be a retest of this area of support right in here. For example, what if we got a 30% pullback? That would freak some people out, wouldn't it? But all that would essentially do would bring us back down here to low 50s. I'm not saying it's most likely price scenario, by the way, just giving you perspective. It would be totally normal. This kind of stuff happens during a bull market. That'd bring us all the way back down here to a major area of previous resistance, flipping it into price support around $52,000. Not saying that's the most likely scenario. I'm just saying this is something that can happen in these markets. You should be ready for all scenarios to potentially play out, okay? But that 50-day EMA retest, it's not off the books, not off the books. And then, of course, we continue higher, right? Again, corrections come, markets pump, people take profits, miners take profits, people in BlackRock ETFs take profits, other people come in and buy more. Markets continue, okay? So don't get too concerned about short-term price action. At least I'm not. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, right? But I'm just saying, guys, I'm not concerned about short-term price action in this market. I look at all the big stuff going on, and I would almost welcome a cool down for like a few weeks even. Like, let's just chill for a little bit. Nah, the market's probably not going to do that, but I would welcome it were it to happen, okay? So just perspective, okay? These kind of corrections, I mean, 12%, come on, man. This is just like nothing. This is nothing. Monday morning in crypto, or I guess Monday afternoon for me, Sunday night for a lot of you guys, but still nothing particularly exciting going on with this kind of price movement. It's just another day in crypto, nothing to worry about, okay? I know you guys have been around for a while, understand that, but for the new people listening, just keep that in mind. Virtual Bacon pointing out a scenario here where we could see a sort of a failed rally higher, essentially, and then moving back down into the low 60 range. How would that shake a lot of people's conviction? People who just bought Bitcoin at $70,000, welcome to the party, pal. Yippee-ki-yay. Great movie. Best Christmas movie ever, as we all know. Die Hard. Anyway, moving down to low 60Ks. Again, normal. Nothing crazy going on here. All part of the plan. Okay? May not happen, but perspective, if it does happen, nothing crazy. Okay? Want to share this chart with you as well. CryptoCon posted it. Ow! He said, there it is. There we go. Get myself a screen there. He says, when Bitcoin profits get high, investors get antsy to sell. ETF inflows don't change that. The data shows us that we are at absurd levels of profit right now, the highest since 2013 on the 30-day MA profit loss ratio. That's crazy, man. The first cross of the 23 value line has represented the top in the past, and it's typically just a temporary resting place in a larger parabola move. But what it does tell us is that we are entering the end game not long after profit gets this high. We have seen a first cycle top weeks to months and a final top not much after that. Now that is interesting, but whether we get that final market top shortly after that or not is a very different question, okay? Because again, all these on-chain indicators are having to now deal with the reality of inflows into Bitcoin that we've never seen before. And I know every market cycle has its own new catalyst and things don't repeat, but they often rhyme, et cetera, et cetera. Still though, we could see some of these on-chain indicators that previously we've put a lot of stock into perhaps being a little less reliable this cycle, or maybe not, Again, we don't know until we have a hindsight to look back and, oh, well, it did mark the top this time. We actually know that these 3 or 4 indicators that previously had been a pretty good indicator in the cycles didn't actually work very well this time because the inflows were too intense, too quick, too strong, etc. Just food for thought, right? Food for thought. Speaking of Bitcoin ETF inflows, we did see a bit of a slowdown near the end of the week. Last week, you can see right down here, 14 March, $130 million, 15 March, $198 million. Pretty big grayscale outflows on those days as well. So remember, we started last week really strong, $500 million on Monday, $1 billion on Tuesday, $680 million on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, big slowdown. And that's going to happen. Okay, to be clear, that's going to happen. It's normal. There'll be days they're going to blow your socks off. I can't believe I bought that much Bitcoin. Other days, we're going to have outflow days, straight up outflow days. I'm curious to see what happens on Monday. Are some of these BlackRock guys, the dentists and stuff? Hey, shout out to dentists. I love dentists, by the way. Just saying, regular guys who are getting into crypto and just bought BlackRock Bitcoin ETFs. Are they going to get shaken now? Price is down 12%. They bought on Wednesday, and by Friday, holy crap, what happened, man? Real quick shout out to our sponsor of the day, CoinLedger. Guys, crypto tax season is upon us, and I know death and taxes, 2 things are unavoidable. Neither are very fun, but hey, at least with the tax situation, you can do something about it. Look, guys, the tax agencies are definitely paying attention to crypto tax stuff, so make sure you're getting it right. CoinLedger can help you do that. It is crypto tax software. They have a free portfolio tracker. They're an official partner with TurboTax International support, offering you tax reports in a variety of currencies and countries from the UK, Australia, the United States, Canada. 30 or 40 countries supported here. So huge range of support for being able to file your taxes correctly in the country where you live. Huge integrations, all major exchanges, all major blockchains, huge numbers of tokens. They support NFTs. They support DeFi. So check it out. You can get started for free. You only pay when you want to download a tax report, and the tax reports are pretty reasonably priced. So definitely makes it worth it. Guys, there's a link in the description where you can check that out, learn more about CoinLedger, and get signed up for free. Check it out, see what they have to offer. Thanks again to CoinLedger for sponsoring today's episode. So let's get back into it. Meme coins. Meme coin degeneracy is off the charts right now. This is the book of meme. You might have heard about it by now. If not, well, this was the new paradigm of money for about 48 hours over the weekend. This is crazy. This thing went up from when it started trading on the 14th of March to, well, the 17th of March when it hit a $1.5 billion market cap. It went up 529,000%. What? What? What is going on in this crazy market, man? Now, this was actually a pre-sale by some guy, some artist dude on Twitter or whatever. Anyway, people aped into it. Now, of course, everybody is going into it. Now, there's been a lot of theory and speculation about this whole book of meme thing and what's behind it and et cetera, et cetera. Okay. But it's very interesting to see how fast these memes move. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. And yeah, Mr. Harry Lasagna, he's running the our meme coin experiment right now, and he nailed this early. He told me about it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. 2 days later, like, oh my gosh, why didn't I put like $5,000 in it? Anyway, say la vie, you're gonna miss a lot of them, but we didn't miss it in the portfolio, and I know that Mr. Harry Lasagna also did not miss that personally. So good on him for getting in there early on this play. Now, this is some guy, Lord Ashdrake here. He says, Bomb has to be the most seriously ran cabal coin this cycle. That's just a theory. Who knows? Might just be organic memes, and you see these exchanges wanting to cash in on the volume, basically, and get the fees. He says, you ain't going to tell me that a 20K account pulled everything out of his ass by himself. There has to be some sort of arrangement because those 1,000 soul buys that came in to push the price even higher have to come from somewhere. They also had all the CXs, centralized exchanges, lined up before they went up. You can't launch in a day and get on all of them straight afterwards. Even WIF didn't do this, and WIF was organic in nature. This is literally anything but organic. Some very smart lads got together and organized this. Lads with plenty of capital and connections. You just don't push from 0 to 800 million without any meaningful dips. So, perspective, right? There's a lot of games going on in this market, guys, and you have to realize that. And I don't know if this is the case with this coin, okay? But there are a lot of games going on in this space. There's a lot of bullshit going on in this space. And it's just a reminder with these meme coins, especially, you got to take your profits or the market will take them for you. Now, I don't know. Maybe book a meme is going to be the new paradigm of memes, and it's going to go to be worth tens of billions of dollars. And all that's just somebody coping who missed out. But it's perspective, right? It's all perspective here, because these memes are exciting and they're fun and people are making a lot of money really, really quickly. Okay. And that's very exciting. And that draws more of that behavior in. CoinGecko here pointing out that NAP just launched over 3 hours ago, and it's already reached a $250 million fully diluted value. People are gambling hard right now on Solana memes. I mean, so funny, isn't it? What a slap in the face to all these cryptocurrencies that are sitting there, like, got teams of developers and they're building hardcore technology, man, and they're doing really important shit for the world and real world assets and artificial intelligence. Nobody gives a fuck about them. And this guy comes out and launches a meme, and in 2 hours, 3 hours, he got $250 million fully diluted value. What is going on? I love it. You love it too. Come on, man. This is crypto. It's so much fun. It's so wild. What a crazy market to be in. What a fun, exciting place to be hanging out all the time. I mean, man, nowhere else in the world does crazy shit happen. I love it. Anyway, that trend, though, is catching on. We're seeing more and more people just throwing just stupid amounts of money at all kinds of stuff right now. DGen News reporting that somebody has received over $30 million for a token presale on Solana. This is wild sums of money. People are literally posting Solana addresses and saying, don't send me Solana. And then people, maybe it's going to be a presale. We better send this guy a bunch of Solana. What is going on? These are some serious, like, 2017 ape into anything vibes. Sabus. We're going to get to this in a minute, but I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. It says bought some jupe around 50 to 70 cents. Do you think it's still worth adding more? We're going to talk about that more in a few minutes, but I feel you, man. I feel like I should have bought more when it was cheaper. I was planning on buying more. Should have sold my ARB bag. Should have bought more. It's all good. I got to go back. I'm not going to think about regret too much. Anyway, this is some crazy behavior we're seeing right now on the Solana chain. Hardcore meme degeneracy going on, wild stuff, and of course, wild risk. Everybody wants to get the next book of meme. Everybody wants the next bonk. Everybody wants the next whiff. The trouble with all this is that the vast majority of these coins that are launching are not going to be those, and they know that that's not going to be that. The people launching these things know it's not going to be that. Okay. They know that they're launching garbage, that they're just going to take the money and run. Some people just take the money and run without even launching a damn coin. Like, come on, man. At least go and it's so easy to launch a coin these days. Go launch the coin, throw some liquidity in, and then at least exit the scam, man. Come on, have some dignity. Anyway, geez. No, not exit scam advice. Holy crap. But anyway, man, it's crazy. So this guy raised a bunch of money, deactivated their X account. Hey, we're gonna do a pre-sale, give me a bunch of money. I got $1 million and I'm out. Thanks for the bull run, guys. Peace. Probably said, hey, just don't send any Solana here, right? And then you get a bunch of Solana, and then there you go. Anyway, that's crazy. Here we go. What Solana ecosystem is experiencing right now is extremely similar to what Ethereum went through during the 2017 ICO bubble. Massive demand for Sol to speculate on new asset issuance on Solana. Very true. What drove, if you weren't here in 2017, what drove Ethereum absolutely manically insane was the huge demand for Sol to ape into new ICOs. Then the ICOs got truckloads of Solana and eventually ended up dumping it and caused the bear market, et cetera, et cetera. But that, came later. The early speculation and all these new sales that were popping up just went absolutely nuts. Huge demand for Ethereum came through because of that. Markets are changing, things are better. Back then, the only thing to do on Ethereum was to gamble on ICOs, essentially. Nowadays, yes, obviously a big use case of Solana currently is gambling on pre-sales for the pre-sales. These guys later, I'm telling you. Anyway, to gamble on these kind of bets in the Solana ecosystem, or just meme coins in general. They're just doing fair listings and stuff like that. Plus, there's also a lot of other stuff actually happening on Solana. There's games, there's DeFi, there's all this stuff. So the comparison's not complete because Solana of 2024 is nothing similar to the Ethereum of 2017, which was basically just a fundraising chain back then. So we're a very different situation right now we're looking at, but still, the ability to push the price of that coin higher, so the Solana coin higher, because this is very real. Now, here's again, I want you guys to understand the odds. What you're betting against right now. You're trying to find a needle in a haystack, and they're out there to be found. And if you have the right tools, it's like looking through a haystack with a metal detector, right? If you're using DEX tools and you're getting in the Telegram groups and all that kind of stuff, okay? So keep that in mind. It's not, the odds aren't totally stacked against you. If you're not doing your research, if you're not taking your, figuring out the tools to use to do that, look at this. 7,800 Solana tokens are being born on the Solana network every single day. March 11th reached a new high of 9,690. That's the odds. That's the odds of finding the next bomb. Yeah. And of course, obviously, the stories of people making it big and making millions are very intoxicating. It's very exciting to hear. We want to hear that. We want to be that person who magically found the book of meme when it was worth nothing and then put $1,000 in and made millions. This is what happens to most people trading meme coins. This guy here, he has traded 11 meme coins in 3 days, losing money on each one of them. His total losses have been $147,000 so far. $147,000 gone. Okay? This is the odds. You're playing it's not like a casino. Casino has better odds. You're not playing against the house here. You're playing against the cabal in most cases with these meme coins, okay? And in that, it's a much harder game to play. But altcoins are at a very interesting place overall. Beyond meme coin degeneracy, we're actually entering a very, very interesting place with altcoins we've discussed a few times here on the channel. This chart from El Crypto Prof, the mustache over here, looking at a very interesting, yet another major altcoin breakout chart on the monthly. Last time this particular chart flashed, we had huge altcoin rallies. Now, if we look back to 2016, very, very interesting, right? Where we had this huge initial rally, massive correction, multi-month correction. Everybody got very pessimistic. And then we rallied to mega super giant gains at the end of 2017. Food for thought. Food for thought, right? Solana metrics, of course, continue to look very good. 1.44 million active wallets interacted with the Solana ecosystem over the past 24 hours. The gambling is high. The hype is high right now, almost too high, if we're being honest with ourselves. Solana finally hit that $200 area of key price resistance, got a few dollars over, currently consolidating just there, trying to see if it can have a decisive rally here or not. Lots of hype building around Sol. Would not be surprised to see it rally further from this point. But that isn't a key area of price resistance. Weekly charts here. Let's see if we can get a decisive weekly candle close up and over that. Jupiter. Somebody's asking about Jupiter a few minutes ago. Man, bought lots of Jupiter. Should have bought more. It's funny because I saw somebody in the comment section or something like, hey, Lark, what are you buying on this dip? Like, well, my plan on this dip was to buy Jupiter, but the damn thing doesn't dip. Come on, Jupiter. Can a whale come out and dump their damn bags already and get the price of this thing back under $1 at least? Anyway, that's going to happen. You're going to miss things. I've got a big bag. And look, I will watch probably for a better entry on this. I would like to have a little bit more of it. You can just see all the pieces being connected right now. See everything that's happening on Solana. Most of the stuff is being run in one way or another through Jupiter. So getting huge amounts of traction there. They have big launch pads, all this stuff, all this catalysts we sort of discussed. And you see the meme coin degeneracy and all the hype going into Solana right now. And Jupiter is right at the center of all that stuff. So even at the current prices, I'm just like, maybe I should just buy some more and just say, screw it. I mean, it's not the best entry, but looking back from $5, it'll probably seem like a great entry. So there you go. Solana highest daily DEX volume in its history. It breaks $3.5 billion. More adding more fuel to the thesis for my Jupiter bags. Long-term hold there, by the way, guys. And I'm in the governance protocol, so it's 28-day on staking, just FYI. Jupiter DEX and Orchid DEX blasting over Uniswap again. Are you seeing what's going on here? I'm seeing what's going on here. But with all of that happening, we are starting to see more failed transactions, more chaos on Solana. So that's something to keep in mind. A lot more failed transactions going through, stuff like this. So keep that in mind as well. Meanwhile, Ethereum layer 2 now dirt cheap as well. I wonder if we're going to see a capital rotation at some point over to like Base, for example, which has fees that are just as low as Solana right now. Will we start to see this kind of degeneracy happening over there as well? Well, certainly we're seeing more transactions happening over there. Big spike in transactions. Now that's dirt cheap to use. Yeah. Hey, interesting one for you guys, by the way. Of course, as always, full portfolio disclosures down in the description. Pin, comment, and X. This one actually I'm a private sale investor in. Ben invested in this one like 2 years ago, man. Been waiting for him to come out release. But Neon Heroes, a cat mech game. Interesting shit. Launching on Solana, even better. Officially in the top 10 for most wish list games on the Epic Games Store right now. Now it's part of their free, by the way, social engagement airdrop farming mechanism, but still pretty cool. It's getting attention. So it's nice to see. Nice to see indeed. Now, let's go ahead and open up for your questions. Let's talk crypto. But before we do, just a quick note. If you're not signed up to Wealth Master newsletter yet, get signed up. Best damn newsletter in crypto. My team of researchers and I, we spend about 40 hours a week putting this bad boy together for you. In-depth research reports on altcoins, airdrops, NFTs, NFT mints, DeFi tutorials, altcoin charts, and much, much more. And you can also follow along with our $10,000 to $100,000 portfolio challenge in the free newsletter. Link below where you can join 110,000 plus weekly readers and get it in your inbox for free. All right, then. So it's time. Sponsor me, Perrier. No. Let's crack open a nice room temperature drink here, guys. Nothing too hot, nothing too cold. Seriously, it's hot in the office, though. Let's talk crypto. So let's do some questions in 15 minutes or so, and let's hang out. Is the meme portfolio in the newsletter? No, this is we're running an experimental video idea. So basically we're running that. With these kind of things, I don't know, maybe we'll start talking about, we're launching a Discord pretty soon for the Wealth Mastery premium community. So keep an eye out for that. But I think for stuff like meme coins, it moves so fast. Like from the time Book of Meme came out to hitting $1 billion market cap was 48 hours. I mean, how do we, by the time we even write, it's already out of date. You know, the opportunity is largely already gone. So, but we will try to find ways to share that information in a more up-to-date manner moving forward. Okay. Lark, so many questions. Fed meeting, bear cross. Are we going lower? How high do you think Jupe and Sol can go? Ah, it's two very different questions. Fed meeting, we'll see. We'll see. I think unless they mount something dramatic, then probably nothing too crazy. So I don't know. We'll see about that. I don't want to be thinking. I haven't been thinking about Fed meetings in a while. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'll be blindsided and the Fed's going to announce something really big that I was like, why didn't I pay more attention to the Fed meetings? Bear cross on the MACD. We'll see how long that stays in effect for. Remember that all we need is one big week inflows and we're back, baby. But maybe Wall Street just got spooked. We shall see. A correction would be healthy. This could be our pre-having correction, for example. So we'll see how that goes. Jupe and Sol, I don't know. Higher. Probably much higher. How much higher? I have no idea. Not financial advice. Hi, Lark. What will happen if one day nobody wants to sell their Bitcoin? Well, that's a very problematic situation, but markets don't quite work like that. There's always going to be somebody who will sell their Bitcoin. The only question is at what price. So if you have a very big shortage of sellers, but a high demand from buyers, then buyers are essentially going to be willing to pay a higher price to meet, to basically entice out sellers who may not want to sell. There will always be somebody out there willing to sell. Think about this. If Bitcoin got to $1 million, you wouldn't sell any of your Bitcoin? Not a little bit? What are you waiting for, man? 2 million? I think a lot of people would sell We're already seeing people sell their Bitcoin at just 72, 71K. What do you think is going to happen at 100, 150K? It happens every cycle. Okay. The whales are going to come out. The whales that were buying at 20K, when we get to 150 or 200K, these guys who have acquired $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, they can now sell liquid and get almost all their money, profit out of this. They can take their $1 billion, turn it into $10 billion. You think they're not selling? Of course they're selling. There's always going to be sellers. Always going to be sellers. Nestor says, who do you think will be the first major established country who openly announces Bitcoin adoption? You're probably not going to like it, but it's probably going to be Russia. That would be my guess, because they've been forced to do it. And I know, look, El Salvador is obviously Bitcoin legal tender, and they're mining Bitcoin. They have Bitcoin in their central bank and all that kind of stuff. Awesome. El Salvador's a little country, but they're really leading the way. And my hat off to everything that they've done. Oman, Bhutan, and the UAE are all confirmed state level to be mining Bitcoin. So there's that. Qatar, largely rumored to be buying Bitcoin for their sovereign wealth fund. Singapore has been buying for their sovereign wealth fund for a while now. But if we're talking like really big scale Bitcoin adoption, I'd look to Russia. And that's maybe even problematic if it ends up really taking off there, because then the US can use that as a weapon against, see, Bitcoin, it's Russia and they're the enemy and all this stuff. Caught up in this. I hope that it doesn't go like that, but I would say that they'd be a pretty good contender, considering they're one of the biggest Bitcoin miners in the world as a percentage of miners in Russia. Huge adoption levels inside of Russia with Russian people. The government's already talked about this kind of stuff. The government's talked about setting up Bitcoin mines and all these sort of things. So there you go. That's my opinion anyway. Jeff, do you think Solana is a better blockchain than Ethereum? Yes and no. Solana's got some problems, man. Like turning off the blockchain every now and then. Look, I don't get too focused on this as is this better one or that one better. It doesn't really matter. Look, right now, Ethereum layer 1 is broken. There's no arguing that point, I think. And maybe some ETH maxes be like, how dare you say that? It's true. I got giant bags of ETH too, by the way. But ETH layer 1, super broken, dude. Super broken. A week or two ago, I had to do something on Uniswap, and it cost $120 to make the transaction on Uniswap. Or I could have had that same coin been available on Jupiter on Solana, I could have spent a penny. But then you have Arbitrum and Optimism and Starknet and Linea and Scroll and ZK Sync and on and on and on and on. And all these layer 2s are now cost competitive with Solana. So in terms of being the better blockchain, I mean, Ethereum's more decentralized currently. Does that make it better? For some people, yeah. For some people, they don't care. They just want to ape into the next meme coin that comes out. And if that's on Solana, that's where they're going to do it. So yeah, I don't get too bogged down in is this one better than that one? They have everybody's got their own damn problems. And it's kind of like, I don't know, when we talk, like my wife and I would talk about, okay, which country do we want to live in long term? Yeah, nowhere's perfect. No city's perfect. Everywhere's got their own shit, you know. Everywhere's got their own problems in one way or another. Some places have higher taxes, some people have lower taxes. Some places have higher crime rates, some places have lower crime rates. Some places have better public transport, some places have worse public transport, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone's got their problems, but they're all kind of functional at a certain level, right? We're not talking about, like, I don't know, moving to Afghanistan or something, right? And same, we're not talking about, you know, using blockchains that no one cares about, like Litecoin, for example. It's actually funny. I saw, hey, let's just throw Cardano under the bus real quick while we're talking about it. I saw an interesting comment today from Chris Berniski, and I actually thought it was really true from my perspective anyway. He says, I've only ever received one deck from an independent team building on Cardano, probably thousands for Ethereum-based teams and hundreds for Solana-based teams. Not interested in Cardano, so don't at me, but just for reference, of course, this comment section, as you can imagine, is very full of people being like, but Cardano. It's actually quite true for me too. I almost never, it's been literally years since I've been approached by a team building on Cardano. You know, for any kind of thing. People are approaching me all the time about, you know, hey, can we sponsor the channel? Hey, do you want to invest in us? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All this kind of stuff. Okay. Cardano, no, never, almost never. Been years, literally been years. Been 2021 since anything. And that ended up being a pile of crap anyway. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting, right? Okay. Where are we up to? BSV, what are your thoughts? Flaming dumpster full of dog shit. That's BSV. Sorry if you're a fan, but what a pile of crap. How is it even is it still in the top 100, man? I think it is still in the top 100, which is just shows you how dumb this market is. I mean, you know what? At least all the meme coin bullshit, at least it's more honest, you know? None of these, it's number 71. BSV still number 71. What a pile of crap. How's it even in the top 1,000, let alone the top 100? Anyway, at least with meme coins, they're not pretending to be the next Bitcoin, right? When the book of meme comes out, it's not saying, well, I'm actually Dogecoin, okay? No, here's a new funny meme. Do you want to buy it? Yes or no? Okay, great. And they're not saying book of memes, the new Bitcoin. We're actually the real Bitcoin. And the founder of book of meme is Satoshi Nakamoto. BSV, man, no time for it. No time for it. Thoughts on AIT? Low cap, interesting. I did an OTC deal with the team recently. I haven't got my first coins from that OTC deal yet, but I like it. I think it's an interesting play. Look, obviously, very low cap still. Much higher risk compared to a lot of other things, but I am going to be adding that one into my portfolio soon. So I've done, like I said, an OTC deal with them, and I will be getting those coins. But yeah, I mean, AI trend's hot, and I like lower cap plays, although I have been considering getting some of the higher cap plays, but I don't know. We'll see how we balance that out. I've been considering Golem, but after reading the report on Golem and Wealth Mastery this week, which I didn't write, no, so I got to read it. I thought, I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe not. And the other one was Netmind, but there's just been some things that I don't love about it, let's say. So yeah, I don't know. So what am I left with? Buying some Render or some BitTensor to multi-billion-dollar market cap, or trying to find the next thing that's going to have a big run? Hard to say. but I've so far gone with lower cap or sort of venture round investments in the AI space. So we'll see how those play out. Anyway, where are we up to? What are your thoughts on ICP? I still don't have an opinion on ICP, guys, but we are going to do a video, an explainer video on that soon. Okay, so watch out for that. Savak, I saw your question earlier, but I'll give you some more thoughts on this now. Can you give your thoughts about the potential ETH ETF refusal and what it might mean for the market? So right now, you have to understand Bitcoin has gone from 25K to 73K without an Ethereum ETF. Solana has gone from $10 to $200 without an Ethereum ETF. Ethereum's gone from $1,000 to $4,000 without an Ethereum ETF. The Denkun upgrade came for Ethereum without an Ethereum ETF. An Ethereum ETF will be big if we get it. And if we don't get it, if we do get it denied, which May 23rd is the deny or approve date. And right now, it hasn't been looking the best. Analysts who comment on this stuff every day are not super bullish about it right now. They think that the SEC feels like they've done enough with the Bitcoin ETF and they don't want to hear anything else about crypto for a while. If that's the case, then that could lead to probably a bit of a market sell-off, I would say. I could easily see the market being spooked by that. If the SEC comes out and says, no, there will be no Ethereum ETF, you got Bitcoin, go away and shut up. I don't think the market's going to like that personally. Now, does that mean that's going to like enter a new bear market or something? No, but it could give us like a, I guess summer dip for Northern Hemisphere, winter dip for us down the Southern Hemisphere, but it could give us that sort of dip mid-year potentially. I don't think it'd be anything good for the market. I don't think the market react positively to that. People are not going to wake up, see an ETH ETF denial and go, yeah, 100x long everything. Probably not. That's my thought on the matter anyway. Okay, guys, a couple more questions here. Then we're going to wrap it up for today. Great questions, though. Great questions coming through, though. Lark, what is your opinion on Bonk? New paradigm of memes. No, I don't know, man. It's just another meme. Honestly, it's just another meme coin. When I think about Bonk, just another meme coin. Doesn't mean it can't make money at the right times, but just another meme coin. I feel like the multi-billion-dollar market cap memes are kind of the less attractive ones. Like really, if you want to play the meme game, you want to make money, you gotta take the risks and buy the low cap shit. That's where the big money's made. You buy these multi-billion-dollar ones. Yeah, I mean, when they get the some nice charts established, you can start seeing good areas of support and resistance. Like they become nice tradable assets. That's a bonus, and they can move really, really fast. But in terms of like, I don't know, as like a solid investment for a portfolio, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Crypto's risky, especially meme coins. How many meme coins can we really put into like multi-billion-dollar market caps this cycle? My guess is some more, but how many are going to stay there? That's an interesting question. Because what's the real difference between like Bonk and Floki and Shiba and Pepe and all? They just have different pictures, man. That's all. Okay. Okay, let's have a look here. Lots of great questions here coming through today, by the way, guys. Eddie says, will Jupe do better than Matic this cycle? What token will 10x sooner this cycle? Well, those, of course, are wildly speculative questions there. I don't own Matic currently. I did last cycle. It's a great coin. Made a lot of money on it. Big fan. Still a big fan of what they do. Still follow them. Polygons, man, those guys are hardcore builders, without a doubt. Jupe, though, you just ask yourself a perspective of market caps, right? And they're very different things. So it's really hard. We're comparing apples to oranges here. We're not comparing apples to apples. Now, if you said what's better, Matic or Polygon, that's more of an apple to apple comparison. But trying to compare the big decentralized exchange to a layer one blockchain, it's really not a good comparison. But I think just from a market cap perspective, Jupiter has more potential upside, but it depends on the continued success of the layer one blockchain, Solana. Okay, so there you go. That's my opinion on it. Angela, good question. Do you recommend keeping most of your USDC, USDT, and USDC in cold wallets and in different chains at the end of the cycle from taking profits? You don't have to have it in too many places. right? Maybe if you have a really big amount, you might want to split it on 2 or 3 wallets, for example. But in general, yeah, you want to put it in your cold wallet. Don't leave your money sitting on exchanges. Don't leave your money sitting in DeFi. If anything, the last cycle has proven to us is that when the bear market comes, a lot of shit's going to break. Exchanges are going to go bankrupt again. Lenders are going to go bankrupt again. Smart contract protocols will break or at least have giant cascading liquidations. Like there's a lot of danger in keeping your money in any of these protocols. How many how many DeFi apps have been hacked over the last few years? It's not a safe place to keep your money. The only safe place to keep your USDT or USDC is in a hardware wallet, cold wallet. I know it's gonna seem tempting. Well, if I get 5 or 6 or 7% interest, man, go buy bonds. At least bonds aren't gonna rug pull you, or at least they're a lot less likely to, right? And yields dry up too during the bear markets, which makes it taking the risk so unworth it. You know, if you're getting 5% on your coins, like on your USDT and USDC, but you have the risk of losing 100% of that money if there's a DeFi hack, what's the point? What's the point? It's not worth it. Learned that mistake the hard way. Not worth it, man. I will be keeping mine in cold wallets. We're taking a lot of money to straight up out of the market, but the stable coins that I leave in, cold wallet, sitting on the ledger, waiting. Not anywhere else. It's not, again, it's just not worth it. My fiance wants me to stop buying crypto. What should I tell her? Tell her you'll name the yacht after her. Your name right here on the yacht. Look, that's an interesting question. It's funny. I don't have a good answer for it. I'm glad my wife supports all of the crazy shit that I do. Anyway, and layer AI, sorry, I don't know enough to have an opinion on it, but we do know, of course, that AI stuff is hot. I don't know the fundamentals of that coin, so I can't tell you, but AI is a very hot trend right now. Vadim says the bear market has started. That's not a bet I'd take right now. I haven't seen enough on-chain evidence of that. You might see a short-term correction due to the bearish MACD cross, for example. But bear market starting. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. Let me see here. Do 1 or 2 more here, guys, and then we are going to finish up for today. Here we go. Ryan says, I see the big dips recently this past week. I know we're in phase 3. Do you see crypto stocks moving back up before the halving or continue to decrease now going into the halving? I have no idea. I really don't think about that topic very much, Ryan. I've got a big bag of Coinbase stocks, and that's it, man. I just know that it's going to go up. If we go up to 150 or 250K Bitcoin, I know that Coinbase stock's going up to like 1,000 plus. That's all I need to think about. I don't know. Short term, I have zero thoughts on that, interest in it. I'm not thinking about it at all, to be honest. I know there's a lot of great Bitcoin mining stocks, and people are watching that space too. I haven't really had time to be watching the Bitcoin mining stock space, but I know there's some really great plays over there. So that's a pretty cool way to get involved in more directly in the industry and get some really like solid plays. But yeah, don't know, man. Don't know what they're going to do short term. Okay. You guys are asking some great questions today, by the way. Great stuff coming through here. What are your thoughts on a whole variety of different coins? Lots of different coins, this coin, that coin. I have no idea. Mike says, I've never heard you talk about Hive token. I have no idea what Hive token is, man. Never. First time I've heard of it. At least I think it is. Probably maybe somebody's mentioned it somewhere in social media or something. But man, oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Sue, oh, here's a great question. We'll finish up on this one. Sue, thanks for the good question. What happens if decentralized exchanges go down when you're trying to cash out? Now, here's the thing. Decentralized exchanges only go down if the chain goes down. There's only one chain really that's had a pretty continual problem of going offline, Solana. That being said, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to go down in a time of high usage per se. That's one of the great parts about decentralized exchanges and why it's good to be on chain, because if Coinbase goes down, you're kind of screwed if you have all your coins on there and you're trying to sell when the market's really high. And Coinbase usually crashes when the market's pumping the most. A decentralized exchange, though, Uniswap doesn't go down. Uniswap hasn't gone down. Now, they might have taken the front ends off sometimes or whatever, but look, even if okay, let's say something happens to Uniswap, great, then go use one of the other 20 or 30 decentralized exchanges that are on Arbitrum or Solana or Ethereum main chain. Hey, think about that. Okay, Ethereum main chain, it is reliable. You got to give it that. And even if you have to pay $300 or $400 or $500 to make a Uniswap swap when the markets are wildly hot, guess what? You're out. And if you're cashing out $20,000 or $100,000 worth of coins, you can afford the stupidly disgusting fees. So decentralized exchanges are actually the place to be when things are getting really hot. Liquidity's never been better on chain. Experience has never been better on chain. The apps have never been better. The ability to bring in limit orders and stuff finally coming to a lot of applications in the decentralized exchanging space. So never been a better time to be on chain, without a doubt. It's where I do the vast majority of my stuff nowadays. Screw around on centralized exchanges a little bit for some stuff, but almost everything's on chain these days for me. And that's probably how it's going to stay, because that's where crypto happens. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I love you all. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Oh, 9,000 people on stream. Boom. Look at that. It's a new high for the cycle. What up, what up, what up to the latecomers? We're just finishing up the stream, but I appreciate all you guys joining today. It's been awesome. Thanks for stopping by and talking shop with me. And I'll see you in the next stream tomorrow. Peace out.